Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. It's been a hot minute since we've updated our story theories for Chapter 2, and now, as we approach the first live event of the new story, I thought we should recap what we know and predict what will happen next. Please let me know which theory you believe is right, and let me know anything I've missed which you think need to be part of the storyline. But first, before we can predict the future, we need to set the scene. So sit your butt down for 10 minutes, think about using code ADAMARU in the shop to help this series continue, and hit the dramatic music. We all remember the days before the black hole, the battle to destroy the Nexus and break the cycle for the last 2 years. But since the reset and the first time we jumped out of the battle bus, we had a strange feeling that we'd been here before, and at the same time, it felt completely new and unique. This actually sets up the first 2 seasons of Chapter 2, Duality. Many landmarks are the same, but slightly changed, as if 2 dimensions had been smashed together to form this new reality. The only thing we know for certain is the existence of the Seven, an extraterrestrial organization spanning space and time, pioneering scientific technology and staying in the shadows wherever possible. Before Chapter 2 began, we knew of the existence of 3 of the Seven. The original visitor, who was brought to us via a meteor and who single-handedly built the rocket. The scientist who arrived after changing and reversing time and put that rocket to work. And finally, the Paradigm, who at present we don't know much about, but her name suggests she's watching always, and her info reads, her allegiance is unknown. In the Chapter 2 reveal, we saw the Seven briefly mentioned in a carving, reminding us they are out there. While they watched from a distance, new characters arrived, signalling the start of a new storyline. The first arrivals on the island were the Ego Squad. A military unit crash-landed and was sent to set up stable living arrangements for those who followed. Their destroyed plane a constant reminder we are staying on this island for the foreseeable future. But here's where the duality point becomes key. All the main characters had seemingly evil versions of themselves, which were revealed over the course of Season 1. In our last story update, we surmised that the alter egos were like a defensive mechanism the island set in place to keep all its secrets. And due to the lack of a live event then, we never really knew who won that war, the egos or the alters. What we did find out though is that the ego logo, when turned upside down, is actually the bunker. So we waited here for 6 months for answers. Nothing ever happened. And then, Season 2 began. Season 2 took the battle between Shadow and Ghost and put us in charge of what happens. We would decide who won the war, but we were never actually told who were the good guys. Every fortnight, we chose which character pledged their allegiance to each faction, and we quickly discovered Shadow was becoming powerful. Shadow took the grotto, signified by this evil skull design, and quickly followed up by taking the rig. Well, more than taking the rig was destroyed. Both were very evil acts, right? So does that tell us that Shadow are the enemy and Ghost are the good guys? Former characters we knew from previous seasons were revealed to be agents too, from Lynx to the Bushranger. So this secret agent thing has been going on for many months now, and we never knew. Lynx has been with us since December 2018, and the Bushranger arrived in May 2019. Their secret impact is already around us. Firstly, Lynx knows Meowsles. Take a look back at the loading screen back in 2018, and it showed us his existence all the way back then. And then, here's a creepy one, look at when 8-Ball and Scratch fought last season. Look who is watching and reporting back to their superiors. It's the Bushranger. The weeks rolled on and the changes too, and now in the last few moments of the season we see the agency, the last ego stronghold currently held by the Ghost Squad. It's under threat. The agency, a picture of golden perfection with some of the best artwork you will ever see in a video game. Just drink it in for a moment.
Nice.
So let's look at the ringleader here, the person in charge, the one all the agents report to. It's Midas. Midas is a flamboyant man with a desire to look good and be surrounded by items and possessions only the rich can afford. His yacht is the pinnacle of this arrogance, but at the moment Deadpool has ransacked it, and that will have a lasting effect on Midas. I'm sure you know this, but Midas is named after the Greek myth about a king who wanted so much wealth that he wished that everything he touched turned to gold. Here in Fortnite, our Midas has the same ability. We are unsure if Midas is a hero or a villain right now, but when we finally saw inside Midas's quarters, it became almost impossible to deny Midas is the bad guy here, and he's up to something very questionable. The first thing we see is the Gold Touch taking the masks of many Fortnite characters, including Lynx and even the OG Black Knight. Lynx was his co-worker, so why would he do this? The general theory is that Midas has a plan which he doesn't want to reveal. No one will know about this, and should someone find out, like Lynx, they are removed from service and eliminated, with Midas keeping a memento of everyone he's taken down like a real James Bond villain. The problem he'll find by taking out Lynx, though, is Meowscles. Those two obviously share a past together, especially as this hench cat has a tramp stamp to show his love. What will happen when Meowscles finds out? Another mask we should pay attention to is that of the Chaos Agent. Once believed to be the villain of this entire piece, it's quickly become apparent Midas has eliminated him too. Chaos Agent was the symbol of the altars and was renowned for his experiments creating abominations like Ripley, utilising anything he could find on the planet he's currently on. His crowning moment was to create the Kevolution of Ripley, and at this point, Midas has seen enough and took over his operations. Now powered by the science of the Chaos Agent to combine with his finances and troops to sacrifice, Midas built what looks to be a group of silos around the agency, which could be connected to the power plant as a purple glow is growing inside. But the question remains, why? Why is he doing this? A little subtle hint that Midas is officially not to be trusted can be found in the audio track from the store named Subterfuge, which literally means to use deceit to achieve your goals. Midas is not to be trusted. I repeat, do not trust Midas. Sorry, I was having flashbacks of Shepard then. In Midas's room we have so many clues, but what are red herrings and what are the real deal? Firstly, over in the background we can see that Midas continues the Chaos Agent's work. He is building a Doomsday machine, likely in conjunction with those hatches in the water. I know about 2 Doomsday machines, which could help us get an idea of upcoming events. In science fiction, the Doomsday machine is also known as the Planet Eater, in which, you've guessed it, it consumes all landmass, reducing space and time to a black hole. Sounds familiar, right? The second use of the Doomsday machine is the Doomsday clock used here on our real Earth, to show everyone how quickly the planet could be wiped out if that hand ever reaches midnight. We are no more. This could be due to many factors, but mainly nuclear war. And as we all know, nuclear warheads come from missile silos, kinda like these. So just from those 2 examples, we know that Doomsday is a very bad thing for everyone. So now let's look at why Midas is doing this. We have 2 major theories, both around the Golden Touch ability. Look around Midas's room and you'll see a photo on his desk of a loved one. We may be reaching here, but it's likely this is his wife or girlfriend, but we have never seen her in the flesh. Could he be responsible for accidentally touching her and slowly causing her to turn into a gold statue? An interesting theory is that Midas has been utilising the work of the Chaos Agent to bring his loved one back from a gold death. And the Doomsday machine is an attempt to destroy everything in the hopes of spending one final moment with his beloved. Oh, isn't that cute? Everything he has done is for the chance to see her again, and no one will get in his way. This would explain why Midas removed the Chaos Agent from his leadership role. He knew too much, and Midas couldn't risk his secret leaking to other members of the team. The same can be said for Lynx. She may have stumbled across Midas's plans, and once again, unwilling to trust her, Midas gives her the same fate he's trying to save his wife from. His secret will come out sooner or later, and will likely be taking a side in the upcoming live event. It could be as simple as pressing a button and watching the world burn. The theory of destruction also leads into another returning element on the map, the no sweat insurance, the one place which can save buildings and locations from impending destruction. And right away, they have set up and begun to protect those who need them. The posters here look to show a flooded map, once again feeding into the Doomsday machine and its earth-eating abilities. In fact, the more we look across this theory, the more it makes sense, as we've just witnessed the first use of underwater gameplay in Fortnite, thanks to Travis Scott. A flooded island would tie in everything together with decaying locations everywhere. That would also make sense as to why Deadpool was once stuck underwater. We shall see, I suppose. There's another theory we can also look into, and that refers to the Oro skin. Have you noticed the similarities between Midas and Oro? I mean, they both like gold, obviously, but check out the scar on their faces. It matches up. Are they the same person? We know that Midas did not have the scar, well, at least when the statue was created on the yacht. Amazingly, right now in game though, it's been renovated by Wade Wilson. But why would they have matching scars? Using Greek myth again, we can surmise that Oro is indeed King Midas, wearing the crown of gold of a king and the clothing of a regal leader too. It may be a little on the nose, but has King Midas found a way to communicate with the living? Has there been a pact between the two realities? The subtext from the character hints of a relationship between Midas and Oro, stating harness his power and get revenge now. We know that Midas has at least seen Oro by the fact that his pickaxe is in his room at the agency, and those matching scars are just too much to deny. A pact between the living and dead seems frightening to me, and imagine if there was a character who could bring others back to life. Oh my god, that's the Wraith, isn't it? Wow. Hang on then, if this is about living and dead and space and time, then we actually could end up on the Chapter 1 island again next season. Nah, let's not get our hopes up. Right now, the Doomsday machine is becoming too big to hide. The others have noticed, and so have many of us, leading us to now be forced to take a side. Trust Midas, even though everything looks to be leading to a sinister future, or fight back now and save parts of the island from destruction. Choose Meowsles and take revenge for Lynx, or help Midas find his love, who may be able to engineer a way out of this in Season 3. We have so many more questions than answers right now, and we still wait for the paradigm to be shifted yet again. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for listening to me drone on for 10 minutes.